Okay, I've got my armature locked up here in my vise. Now you can watch your picture, take a good look at your picture and start applying dough to this. Clay, dough. Now at first, the armature, the nice thing about the armature, it's going to help you keep your shape. But at first you can be pretty liberal with it. Put a lot on there, start to get the shape of the figure, and it'll take form as you go. Now this tutorial is already almost 9 minutes long, so I'm going to have to either trim something off or I don't know, we'll have to see. But see, the nice thing about this one I like is those legs are, we're not going to have to put a hole between those legs, maybe just a little bit. But that'll make it a lot easier for you and for us to do the sculpting. Well, I'm probably going to turn this off and come back when it's got more done, but you get the idea. Just keep filling it in. Don't worry about it for now. Start to get your shape, because with this dough you can put some on, take some off until you get your until you get it the way you want it to look. So I like to work from the bottom up. Tends to be more stable. It's very similar. This is the process you're going to use with the Procreate and with the Super Sculpey. See, so you'll see how it goes, and when you're working with a bigger scale like this, it'll be much easier for you. You'll have a better understanding of what you're doing. You can't just go straight to an actual fantasy miniature. It's just too hard. You don't understand how to do it. Same thing with the arms. For the most part, the arms will be part of the part of the body, which will be nice. Okay, I've got the basics of this miniature sculpted out. It's just rough formed, and you can see that I applied the dough in ways that mimic the musculature of a person, of a man, of a fighter. So you see the thigh muscles, the stomach muscles, the chest muscles, the arms. So that's what you want to do. You want to apply your large amounts of dough in ways that simulate the human body. Now that we've got the rough form in, now it's time to start using tools, a variety of tools to get real good definition and start to make it look really good. Now we're using children's dough, so we're not going to be able to get real good detail. But the important thing here is this is just one step along the way of you learning how to make fantasy miniatures. So this is an important step. I wouldn't skip any of this if I were you, because this will help you to understand how clay works, how the whole process works, how to visualize three-dimensional objects, and how to make them come to life. So I'm going to start doing some detail work here on this figure, and I will get back to you and show you the finished one. Okay, I in the middle of working this, and I've started my way from the top and I'm working my way down slowly, doing detail work, and it's coming along pretty good. I just wanted to show you a couple of tips. You might want to, when working with any kind of a clay, you might want to get yourself a little container of water and some cotton swabs, and then you can use those to gently mold and smooth out the clay. It works really well. So that's a nice little tip that I use, and you can use your finger too. So you can see I've been using my finger just to get that shape right. It works really well in musculature because it gives a nice smooth musculature. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to continue working on. Okay, I've just about reached the limits of the granularity and the detail that I can get on this 6-inch miniature. I've got most of the skeletal structure, the musculature all laid out. It looks pretty good. Not bad considering I'm using child's dough. But I'm going to do a little bit more work, add a few more details. I still have to work on the sword, a little bit on the face. So I just wanted to show you how it was coming along. And I'll be right back as soon as I get get it to the point where I consider it to be done. The important thing here is that you're not going to get the fine detail you want to get with the real small miniatures. That's just because this clay can't do it. But you're going to learn a lot about the armature and musculature and how to do all of this stuff and how to do actual miniatures if you do this. So I recommend highly that you actually do a 6-inch model like this, or several of them. Try different poses and different creatures and whatnot. It'll be some really good experience for you to understand anatomy. And if you want to get better, you have to do a lot. You should do a lot of drawings on anatomy and notice anatomy, get some books on anatomy, and understand skeletal and muscular structures. So a little bit more work here I'm going to do to finish it up as best I can within the limits of the dough, and then I'll show you the complete. Okay, this miniature is pretty much finished. Came out pretty good considering I used children's dough to make it. You have the whole schedule, you have the whole routine down. You know how to go through doing the drawings, making the armature, slowly adding the clay, then sculpting the clay with your hands, then sculpting the clay using small tools, getting it from rough to fine to finer, then to finer. So this is the end of this part of the tutorial. Next I'll be doing the tutorial where we go down to a much smaller miniature, and we use Super Sculpt to do that, and that tutorial will be coming real soon. So thanks for watching, and visit my website at stormthecastle.com.